cloud server connected. Good morning, students. Good morning, everyone. Let's start, people. Right? So, in the last lecture, we have done till question number 9. Okay. So, see, concept-wise, guys, what we have done till now. We have talked about KD, specific cost of capital. Everyone out there, now listen to me carefully. Okay. We have some good qualitative discussion on our charts today. Are you listening to me? Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, people. Good morning. Good. There were so many active people on the screen. Very good. Very good. That brings everyone to happiness, The scenario overall is so gloomy, and in the classroom also, then it is boring. Yeah. So, yes, good morning, people. So, see, last till now, whatever we have covered, we have talked about KD, we talked about KP, we talked about KE, KR, right? Then we did talk about WACC, right, people? Then we did talk about Gordon, CAPM we have discussed. Am I right, guys? Okay, fine. These are the things that we are done till now. Okay, so we have a very crucial agenda today. Okay, that is we plan to start with capital structure theories. Okay, see, today's lecture would be like you would be on the spectator mode. Okay, majority. That's so happiness. Let me bring some extra pillows and all. Go on. Is that nothing like that? Pay attention. But today, because I have to explain you the capital structure theories. Let me clarify this, guys, to you people. See, when it comes to any theory, any law, see, I've been taking this stand again and again. That see, once gravitation law was written, nobody has thought of writing it again because it talks about a fixed phenomena, right? But people are still coming up with different theories in economics, different theories in psychology, sociology. What is all that? That is because it is based on human behavior, which is unpredictable, right? So even capital structure theories are also like evolving again and again, and everybody has their own viewpoint. Okay, so there is nothing like which is most perfect. We just have to study everyone's viewpoint. As I in general say that please don't become judgmental. Okay, that applies to life also and the FM lecture also. Okay, but I only talk about the FM lecture part out of it. Okay, that you just listen the theories and see what they think. Okay, that's their interpretation, which you just have to understand. Okay, this is how they interpret it. Okay, then see, it's like we are playing some game. Okay, so we have our own rules, right? It happens, no, guys. For international cricket, the rules are different. For the gully cricket, the cricket that we play on roadside, the rules are different, right? One tappa is out. Okay, if it hits the balcony over there, 4 runs. If the glass is broken, 6 runs. If this particular uncle's glass is broken, he will get one more time to play. We have all these things, our own setup, right? Okay, like people keep on their status for my life, my rules. Mummy beats at home, but on status they will write my life, my rules. My way or highway. Okay. So like that, see all these capital structure theories also come up with their own set of assumptions. Please don't judge what is written. Don't don't tell me, sir, I'm not happy with it. Okay, you may not be happy with it, but you have to live with it. Okay, I'm talking purely FM theories. Okay, capital structure theories. No life principles being discussed over here. I'm just talking about the theories of the capital because sometimes you're not happy with some assumptions. Okay, fine. See, earlier also we've not been happy with certain assumptions, but we have studied those things. Like in economics, when we were studying all laws of demand and all, right? Okay, Alfred Marshall made so many assumptions. He wanted to prove law of demand. He wanted to prove a relationship between price and demand. So he said, okay, test, no change. Income, no change. Fine. Are he is saying population also no change? There's no births allowed, no deaths allowed. If you are dying, please hold. Don't die. Wait till I prove the law. Huh? No future expectations. Come on, guys, we live on future expectation. Hope is one more important thing that we need to survive. What am I trying to tell you? When certain assumptions are made, the theories are proven. Okay, so we are going to follow that. We are going to follow that. Fine. So for the time being, you can relax. Okay, relax in the sense, don't go to sleep. You're not supposed to write. You know what I mean to say. You will have a lot of writing work at home today. Okay, just carefully listen to everything. No institute has come up with an idea that if somebody completes the writing part first in the class when Sandeep sir is taking lecture, when telling specifically don't write, no institute is going to give you any medal. You're not going to get any grace marks when you write FM paper. Nothing like that is going to happen. So, like a grown-up adults, I know that is also subjective. When it comes to enjoying benefits, you are kids. When it comes to you are always grown up. When it comes to taking responsibilities, you are kids. So just follow what I'm telling you. Just jokes apart, but I don't want you to write much. Okay, I will tell you when to write initially. Just listen to me very carefully. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen. Okay, so yeah, before that, we will complete question number 8 today, and then we will continue. Today, you just have to observe this. Let's first read question number 8 because even question number 8 has something very specific. You complete all those small things, and then we will move to capital structure. You remember, guys, question number 9, the last one we completed. What was happening in question number 9? In question number 9, something was told to you like this. See, I'll first have a word with question number 9, that the following capital structure was given, which was treated as what? Which was treated as an optimum capital structure. Correct? Which was treated as what? Optimum capital structure. Then you remember what we did? Whatever fresh issue we were supposed to make, we followed this capital structure. Okay, 15, 5, 80. We continue to follow this capital structure. I hope you guys remember that, right? Okay. Now, next question number 8 that we want to discuss now. Actually, it's on the same guideline. You know what is the only difference? Nothing is specifically mentioned that it is an optimum capital structure. We make an assumption that it's an optimum capital structure and follow its ratio. That is the only change in the question. Otherwise, question is more the same. Okay. So let's take a look at question number 8. See, calculate WACC, means weighted average cost of capital, using following data by what? Book value weights and what? Market value weights. The capital structure of the company is as under. Means can I say this is existing? Super. Sorry. Visible now? Screen is properly visible now, right? Okay. So I'm so much into capital structure theories that I forgot to share the screen. Today already mentally into capital structure theories. Okay, fine. I have to explain this and I have to make sure that students understand it. Okay, fine. So let's complete this fast. So this happens to be existing capital structure. Okay. So what is happening in the existing capital structure? See, debentures, rupees 100 per debenture. 5. Okay, guys, this is an existing capital structure. So can I read these are what? These are book values. Correct. Okay. Let's talk about the numbers. 100 rupees per debenture, 5 lakh rupees. So can I say 5,000 numbers? Correct. 5,000 quantity. Okay. Preference shares, rupees 100 per share, 5 lakh. Again the same thing. 5,000 numbers and rupees 10 equity share 10 lakh. So this is 1 lakh. Okay, fine. So the total is 20 lakh. Guys, if at all I have to get the ratio of this, we can just always calculate the ratio of this. If we take this as 100, then this is going to be 50, this is going to be 25, and this is going to be 25. So what you see, these are the book value weights, correct? What does this? These are book value weights. Okay. Read the question very carefully. What is written? The market price of these securities, guys. These securities means which securities? I think the market price of these securities only they are talking about. Correct? That means these securities 105, 110, 24 is the market price of these existing securities. So what I have to do, if I multiply the quantity with the market price, what will I get? I will get the market value. Correct, friends? If I multiply the quantity with this market price, what will I get? I'll get the market value. Once I get the market value, I can take its ratio and obtain market value weights. Come on, people. Give me some confirmation of what I talked and what you have understood. Fine. Okay. Then additional information. Now see guys, this is the information of not new shares or debentures being issued. Okay, it is very subtle question. See, rupees 100 per debentures redeemable at par means redemption value is 100. 10% coupon rate mean interest rate is 10%. 4% flotation cost. So what will be the net proceeds? Guys, these are the new shares. It is only written that they have a 4% flotation cost, nothing nowhere written that they are getting issued at premium. So 100 minus 4%, that is 96. And 10-year maturity, so N is equal to how much? 10. Then rupees 100 per preferential face value 100 rupees redeemable at par. So again the redemption value 100. Coupon rate, now here it won't be obviously interest rate because it's a preference share. It is a dividend rate of 5%. 2% flotation cost means net proceeds would be how much? 100 minus 2%, that is 98. And again a 10-year maturity, so N is equal to 10. Equity share has a flotation cost of 4 and a market price is 24. See, it's for the new shares that makes us confirm. Existing shares, the market price is 24. For new shares, the market price is 24 minus the flotation cost of 4. Means can I say P0 would be 24 minus 4 as 20? Everybody agrees on this. P0 as 20. Understood well? Okay, fine. Then next year expected dividend, guys. Next year expected dividend. What is this? This is D0 or D1? D1 next year expected dividend. Okay, fine. So this is D1 with a growth rate of 5%. So G is 5%, that is 0.05, and the tax rate is 50. So see guys, this information, no, whatever is given over here, additional information. This part is all about what? Is all about the this is about new issue. Okay. Now, if you notice, only terms of new issue are given. Correct. Nowhere they are talking about the number of new equity shares or the number of new preference shares, or the number of new debentures to be issued? They have not said that. And the question tells you that you calculate KO using the book value weights as well as what? Market value weights. Now you need to analyze, see whatever is there in the box, go through it properly. Nowhere quantity of new debentures, quantity of new preference shares, and nowhere quantity of new equity shares is written in that box. Right, friends? So only the terms of new issue are given, quantity is not given, and still they're asking us to find what? KO with book value weights and what? Market value weights. How do we tackle with this? That means whatever is the existing capital structure that you've already seen over here, this existing capital structure that you have seen over here, what we will have to do? We'll have to make a specific assumption and declare that this is going to be what? This is going to be the optimum capital structure. Let's follow these weights. So in future also, if company issues something, it would be issuing in the same ratio. Okay. Is that clear to you guys? Fine. Okay. So now with this, we are going to go with the solution. We will check the solution now. Okay. As I told you already, see today's rule is this, that you have to take screenshots later on. That time always I'll allow you. Right now, just pay attention, listen carefully. Today, no much writing work. Okay, people are living. Okay, fine. So listen to this. See, first point, we are given with what? Existing capital structure at book value and also its market values, right? That we have seen in the question. Question tells us to find KO using the additional information. Correct. But the amount of fresh issue is not given. So what to do? Therefore, we make an assumption that existing capital structure is what is the optimum capital structure. So company will use the same ratio of debt, preference, and equity even while making fresh issue. Is this first part clear to everyone? Okay, fine. So what is the next thing that we will do? Tell me. We will calculate the book value weights and market value weights ratio. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead with that. Okay, book value weights, so that we had already written rough over there, right? 5 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakhs, 25, 25, 50. Market value is like what? You have to take these numbers. See, I was highlighting that numbers. Debentures 5,000, preference 5,000, and equity 1 lakh is the number of securities multiplied by their market value. See, guys, these are their market values: 105, 110, and 24. Correct? We marked like that in the. Okay, I'll show you that once again. See, we are marked like this. Okay, these are the market values: 105, 110, 24. Okay. So now we are ready with their weights also. And what is the only thing that we have to do now? Calculate the cost of new capital. Okay, when it comes to calculating KD, what will happen, guys? KD terms N is given, no? It's not a smaller formula. Go with a larger formula. So interest 1 minus T plus RV minus NP upon N divided by RV plus NP upon 2. Check. Interest is 10%, face value 100. So 10% of that would be 10. Tax rate is 50. This is RV and this is NP. When we solve this, we'll get it 5.5. Then KP. Again, see, in KP also, the N part is given 10 years, right? So obviously we will have to go with what? We'll have to go with the large formula. So preference dividend plus RV minus NP upon N divided by what? RV plus NP upon 2. Solve this, you get 5.25. And similarly for equity, we will do simple, guys. D1 upon P0 plus G. D1 we discussed, growth is given. and 24 minus 4, 20. Put all this over here, you will get 10%. So you are ready with the cost of new capitals. Okay, let me highlight that. This is KD, this is KP 5.25, and this is KE 10%. Now what you have to do? You have to calculate, assuming, see, we have already written the assumption over here, so no more requirement. Everything we have made it, this is a part of your answer, guys. These all aspects written over there are a part of your answers. They are like your assumptions, or they are like your notes, right? So it is going to be there. Okay, if you feel you may write at the end, no problem, but it is going to be there. I think this should be at the beginning only, right? So we make it very clear. Okay, this is what we are following. Okay, now that once we have this new new KD, new KP, new KE, what we will do? Simple. WCC new using what? Book value weights. When I talk about book value weights, cost I will copy and the book value weights I will copy, multiply, get the answer. And using market value weights, absolutely fine. Cost is going to be same. See, that also you should notice, right? That cost over here are same, 5.5 and 5.2510. Cost here also are same. What is the only change, guys? The only change is the book value weights and the market value weights. Correct? Here we took the book value weights 25, 25, 50. I'll show you once again. See here. Book value weights 25, 25, 50. Market value weights over here 525, 550, 2400. Multiply and you get your answer. That's it. The question completes over here. Is the structure of the question clear to everyone? Is the structure of the question clear to everyone? So now you can definitely attend this, right? Okay. Yeah. Fine. So let's move ahead with the next question. Okay, one small question is left. We will deal with it and then we will proceed with the capital structure theory, the main agenda of today's class. Okay, let's talk about question number 16. Okay, what it says. See. All screenshots we'll do at the end here. Huh? Hello, everyone. Huh? Don't be in a rush to write. Don't be in a rush to take screenshot. Okay. Am I running anywhere? Even I wish to in the current scenario, I can't run anywhere. Okay. So, and see, after you understand, I take some pains to write all this. And then I don't give it with you. What is the point? Uh, see, I plan. Okay. These many things to be completed in today's lecture. I tell that you don't write, I will share. And later on, I switch off the meeting and run away. I will not share. Is the point I doing that? Some see, you must have seen that even after giving the screenshot, some student sends me the message. So I had a bad network. Please share that particular question again. So I do share it because unless you have it with you, the purpose of meeting is not attend. So I will share. Worry not. Don't worry. Just hurry. Nobody can come on. I'm not going to run anywhere, and one is saying, say, even we are not going to come to hold you back if you run anywhere. Nowhere I'm running. So let's talk about question number 16. See, Y Limited retains 7,50,000. So this is like reserves and surplus. The expected return to the shareholders if they had invested the fund elsewhere is 10%. Okay. So what shareholders will tell to the management? See, management, my retained earnings are lying with you. 7,50,000. Okay. If I had that money with me, na, how much I would have made? I would have made 10%. So indirectly, what are you trying to tell the management? Give us 10%. Simple. Right? See, somebody, okay, let me put a second example in front of you. Okay. Suppose a person is going for a job. The job is close by the home. Close by means how much close by? come out of the house. The After two buildings, the office is there. So walking time is only 2 minutes. So even if it's an office of 10 o'clock, he leaves at 9:57. He's 1 minute earlier. Okay. Because of this flexibility, even in the lunch hour of 30 minutes, lunch time of 30 minutes, he or she comes home, have fresh homemade food, go back to the office. Okay. Making a salary of, make a child out. Oh, making a salary of 30, making a salary of 30,000. Now that fellow is like, I want a hike in my salary. Okay. He starts looking for a job. He finds a job 30 kilometers away from house. He has to take his own vehicle. Okay. Traveling time, efforts, cost 30 kilometers to and fro, 60 kilometers in a day. Fuel cost anywhere between 100 rupees a liter, close to that. Correct? So if on a motorbike he goes, he's going to spend at least 100 rupees a day. Plus, it's far off. So he can't come in the middle of the lunch break to have his food. So either has to carry the cold food or he has to buy something out there. Understand? Right? So in the whole process, he's going to spend something extra. What is he getting there? He's getting 50,000. Okay, but he knows traveling costs are going to be around 4 or 5,000, and eating outside will take another 5 or 6,000. Roughly 12,000 or 20,000 extra, but 12,000 gone. So what is the benefit? 8,000. And we have not considered the time factor and the fatigue factor. So he tells his boss, sir, I'm getting a new job, sir. 50,000 they're offering, sir. So are you informing that they are offering 50, or you are bargaining with the boss to get 50? It's simple. It's bargain with the boss to get that 50,000. So boss is not an idiot person. And boss also understands what is happening. Boss also knows, see, whatever constraint he knows, time of travel, cost of travel, fatigue of travel. He also knows that once he leaves my job, no, he will be hardly making some 7, 8,000 extra. Boss tells him what you are getting is a very good offer. I can't offer you that salary. I'm not in that position to offer you that salary. I will offer you a rise of 5,000. Is it okay? So the person comes back and makes a calculation. That 20,000 extra out of that 12,000 was to go as such. 8,000 extra I was going to make, plus a lot of loss of time which I could give to my family for my hobbies, passion, etc., etc. Fine with the same setup if I'm getting 5,000 extra. Done. Next day, come and pretend as if you have done a great favor on the boss. Okay, boss, I respect you. I sacrifice for the organization, etc., etc., and agrees. Okay, so the same thing, guys, same thing. Okay, here. Hello, everyone. Okay. So, see here what is happening. They claim that they are going to get 10%, but then management is going to have its own view. See what management says. See, the brokerage is 3%, and the shareholders come in the tax bracket of 30%. Okay, so now see the same thing. How management will perceive this? See what management will explain. Solution to classwork 16. Though investors claim that they can earn 10% if money is invested elsewhere, company will say whatever you earn on that you will have to pay personal income tax. Also, to earn that 10%, first you'll have to purchase the investment. See, if the retained earnings are lying with us, you need not purchase any investments from outside. But if you say no, I will purchase the investments outside, then what will happen? Okay, then obviously he will have to pay what? He will have to pay brokerage, right? So see, so first you will have to purchase investments for which you will have to pay what? Brokerage. Thus, KR over here will be effective rate. Let's make the calculation. See, returns at the rate of 10% on 750. is 75,000, and this is what shareholders are claiming. See, this is what we would get. Company says, wait. On this, you will have to pay 30% tax. Gone 30%, 50 to 500 left. Yeah, and whenever you bought these securities to earn this 75,000, guys, to earn this 75,000, first you have to purchase the security. Now, if you purchase the security, it doesn't come for free. It comes at 3% brokerage. 7 lakh 50 is the cost of the security. 3% of that would be 20 to 500. Subtract that. What will be left in your hand? Net income, 30,000. This is like the traveling cost and food cost getting deducted. So effectively, you are going to earn 30,000 outside. 30,000 divided by 750. Don't claim 10% from me. Claim how much? Claim 4% from me. Did you understand this? Huh? Okay, fine. So friends, we are good to go with the next concept. Okay, we are going to talk about capital structure theories. Very important concept. Very important concept. Okay. One minute. Chalo people, let's start. Not a great way to start here. Okay, everyone out there listening to me? Yeah? Okay, fine. Sure. Let's start then. See, so our very important agenda for today is what? Is capital. Who's this? Muthu Parmeshwari. Are Muthu Parmeshwari, I told earlier also. Screenshots at the end here. Everyone out there, hope you all are able to listen to me. I've already discussed today's rules, right? My game, my rule, etc., whatever. Okay. Just just listen today's Babaji's pravachans, okay? That's it. Nothing else to be done. Fine. Okay. Don't go to sleep intermittently, like raise your hand, say hello, hi. You can do that. Just don't go to sleep. Don't rest in peace. So let's go ahead. Array, don't leave any pages. So see, whatever whatever you are writing now, that will be writing at the end only. Today, hardly you get a chance to leave the pages. Okay. So let's come to the topic. Okay. Yes. So let's understand the importance of this capital structure theories. Tell me, students, are we coming across this word capital structure for the first time as such? Forget theories part. I think we have done a topic on this capital structure. Am I right? Say yes, guys. You dare not say no. You remember, no, what you have done? Huh? It's been ages, decades ago we have done it. You believe in reincarnation? In the last life we have done it. Some time back we have done capital structure. Is that right? And what is the viewpoint? What is the viewpoint? The viewpoint is very simple, right? See, in the capital structure topic, we studied that selection of capital structure can impact EPS, correct? Therefore, we select that capital structure where EPS is maximum. Agree on this, guys? Yes, we select that capital structure where what our EPS is maximum. This was the viewpoint of the previous topic. Right now, we are studying which topic? Capital structure or cost of capital? Obviously, yes, correct. Cost of capital. What we are studying right now is a cost of capital, correct? And then when we talk about cost of capital, the viewpoints are going to change. Now we study impact of capital structure on cost of capital. Earlier, guys, we were studying, see, earlier, guys, we were studying capital structure and its impact on what? EPS. Now we are going to study impact of capital structure on what? Cost of capital. Did you understand the difference? First of all, this is what you need to understand. Okay, this is what you need to understand. That in these capital structure theories, we are going to check the impact of capital structure on cost of capital. Okay, various theories have been proposed on impact of capital structure on what? Cost of capital. So earlier we had a question. Does capital structure affect EPS? In the earlier topic, we had a question. Does capital structure affect EPS? Then what did we say? Yes, sir. Capital structure affect EPS. So select that capital structure where what? EPS is maximum. Last topic. Right? Now the question arises. You know what the question arises? Does change in capital structure affect KO? Right? So that's what is our most important question. Impact of capital structure on cost of capital. Cost of capital means what? KO. Right? So the question arises, does change in capital structure affect KO? Guys, this is the important question which will focus you, which will help you to understand the viewpoint of these theories. Okay? What is the question? I have not even discussed about the answer. I'm just talking about the question. That does change in capital structure affect KO? Means you change your capital structure and will the KO change? Already in the previous chapter, we have proved that change in capital structure affect EPS. Now, what is our question? Does change in capital structure affect what? KO. People talk from that side. Don't be silent spectators. Right? Otherwise, after some time, 30, 15 minutes, you fall down from your chair, sleep. Everyone awake and alive? Okay, good. That's good to know. Yeah. So what should be the answer? Because we have not scrolled the screen. Does change in capital structure affect KO? What should be your answer? Yes or no? You know what? Your views are not important over here. What other already theories they have written, no, that is important. I asked immediately you expressed your views, but nobody is asking your views. Your views are not counted over here. People who have written the theories, their views are important. Okay. So what they say, see, they are very much diplomatic, very much diplomatic. Okay. See what is happening. What is happening. Okay. Some say yes, some say no. So then what do we do? You study both. What I told you in the initial stage, you are not supposed to see the moment you understand that you are not supposed to become judgmental. Life is easy. Am I giving pravachans? No. I'm telling you about FM. And I'm telling you about capital structure theory. Your judgment is not required. Just understanding of the capital structure theory is required. Okay, fine. So some people have an opinion that what change in capital structure will affect KO. They say yes. Some people say no. Change in capital structure will not affect KO. Is that understood? First thing, can you digest this? Simple. Yes, are we here to formulate a new theory today? Tell me. No. We are just to understand what people have said in the past. See, there is a difference. When you study history in the school, when you used to study history, in the history lecture, do you sit with an intention to make a new history? You can't change what has happened in the past. You sit with an intention to just understand what has been happened in the past. So guys, here also, please don't come with an innovative idea of changing the things. Just study the things as they are. Yeah. So what is happening? Who's writing? Who's writing? I will. If anybody is copying, I will give them the blessing that their paper will not complete. Stop writing. So show your hands like this. If you think writing, then I will make you sit like this for all 3 hours. Huh. Listen to me first. What is so much urgent to write? Okay, so what is the thing? Some are saying yes, some are saying no. Okay, fine. So there are different views, right? Okay. So see friends, according to these theories, change in capital structure affect KO. According to people who say this, no. According to these theories, change in capital structure doesn't affect KO. KO remains constant irrespective of what capital structure. Okay. So as it goes, they say that the change is happening, so they will be called as what? Variable KO theories. The people on the right side say no, no, no change. Okay, fine. Constant KO theories. Then comes the names, examples. Oh, yeah. Under variable KO theories, we will learn net income approach and traditional approach. Okay. Under constant KO theories, we will learn net operating income approach and Modigliani-Miller approach. Okay, so total 4 things we have to learn. Is this clear, guys? This chart is clear. This is not minimized so that you can take a screenshot. That will all happen at the end. Okay, understand this. There are different viewpoints. So question arises, does change in capital structure affect KO? Answer is diplomatic. Some say yes, some say no. So those who say yes, according to them, you change capital structure, KO is going to change. According to people who say no, whatever change you do in capital structure, KO is not going to change. It is going to remain same. So those who say it will change, it will be variable KO theories. Those who say it won't change will be constant KO theories. Variable KO theories are 2 that we have to study: net income approach and what? Traditional approach. And constant KO are again 2 theories that we have to study: net operating income approach and what? Modigliani Miller approach. Okay, then I told you the thing which I told you. So now we are going to play the game, being prepared by them. So we have to follow the rules of the game. Okay, that is what is the assumptions. Let's see what are these assumptions. See, there are some common assumptions of all capital structure theories. Okay, it is not a specific assumption. It's a common assumption of what? All capital structure theories. Okay, there are only 2 sources of funds. That is what? Debt and equity. There are only what? 2 sources of funds. That is what? Debt and equity. Yeah, let's continue. There are only how much? 2 sources of funds. That is what? Debt and equity. What does that mean? No preference capital. Rules of the game. Okay. Debt has fixed rate of interest. Okay. See, guys, we have done so many questions of capital structure earlier also. Tell me, as a joint stock company, will you be interested in issuing preference capital? Answer is no. Instead of issuing preference capital, I will always issue what? I will issue debt. At least I save some tax. Simple as that. Okay. Anyways, so that's an assumption. No preference capital. Okay. The change in capital structure does not affect the assets of the firm, right? You bring money from any source, the plant and machine, the vehicle, the factory remains same. This is one important thing, guys. See, we are talking about cost of capital. What we are going to study once we have cost of capital, we will know which is the cheapest capital. We'll raise the money. Okay, whether I raise money from debt or raise from equity or by combination of it, hmm, tell me, will it affect the assets that I buy? You understand my question? Suppose I decide to, suppose I decide to buy a car. Okay, so I just have a basic survey. I come to know, okay, fine. For common people like you and me, Maruti Suzuki is a good brand in India. Okay, so I one day decide that I will go to Maruti Suzuki showroom. Okay, I step into the showroom. At the door, the repairing. Hello, sir. Hi, sir. What do you want? I want vada pav. I come to Maruti car showroom. I will have Maruti car now. Nonsense. So it will obviously. So then the next he asked me, sir, how would you buy the car? By paying cash or by taking loan? I asked him why? Why? No, no, sir. If you're buying on cash, these cars are available. This is a section for cash cars, manufactured specially by Maruti. And this is a section for the cars which are available on loan, specially manufactured by Maruti. What's it, guys? Is it like that? Maruti Suzuki manufactures two different kinds of car, which are bought on cash and which are bought on loan. No ways, people. Come on. You now understand what I'm saying. Whichever way you raise your money, the asset that you are going to buy is going to be the same. Suppose a person plans to buy a house. He goes to the builder's office. Builder asks him, how are you going to buy? Full cash payment or loan? This building is for cash payment. This building is for loan. What? Asset will remain same. Now you understand what am I saying? Whichever way you raise the money, the asset that comes in front of it is going to be the same. That's a point to be delivered. So for some time, chat box is off, so that you just listen to me. Okay? And reply from that side. Don't type. Don't waste your time typing. Listen to me and talk from that side. That is more than enough. Yeah. Okay, fine. Then the third assumption. I think third assumption would be easy for you to agree. First, read the black part. EBIT remains same irrespective of capital structure. Guys, have we done something like this in the earlier topic? You remember I had given a reason in the box. Whichever way I raise the money, will it affect my sales? You go to early morning shop to buy toothpaste. And what you ask the fellow? Don't tell me about quality. Tell me about the debt equity ratio of the company. Whether it is issuing equity or debt or preference shares. And if debt, then what rate of interest? 15% is minimum. Then only I buy the toothpaste. Who with the hell, yaar? Whichever. You beg and bring the money. Give me a good quality toothpaste. That's it. So sales, variable cost, contribution, fixed cost. Are they affected by capital structure? No. So whatever might be your capital structure, EBIT remains same. Guys, all out ears, right? You are listening to me carefully. Yeah. Okay. Fine. All profits are distributed. That is what. No retention. Fine. Retention B. Hello. Accounting ratios. Chapter accounting ratio chapter. Do you remember? Retention ratio. D. And then G is equal to B into R. That you remember? Which chapter? Are the same chapter? Cost of capital. This chapter only. Okay, fine. So remember, G is equal to B into R. So if B is nil, then obviously growth will be nil. Operating risk, operating leverage is constant. Fine. There are no taxes. You know what, guys? These people later on said, fine, fine. Let us relax this. So this assumption was relaxed little later. Fine. Then one more important thing. KD is less than K. You okay with this? What's it, guys? KD less than KE. Okay, imagine a company which issues debentures and gives them 20% rate of interest. Huh? On debentures, they give how much? 20% rate of interest. And to the equity shareholders, they give 8% dividend. What is the next thing that we should do? Next day morning, what we should do? First thing, sell the equity shares. Yeah, what senseless? Equity shareholders are the true risk bearers of the company. Huh? Equity shareholders are what? They are the true risk bearers of the company. They get 8%. And debentures who have no risk involved, you give them 20%. Wonderful. Nobody will hold your shares, guys. Nobody will hold your shares. So you're okay with this assumption? KD has to be less than KE. Clear? Okay, great. Fine. Now see, now that we have defined certain general assumptions. Okay, now see what happens. I told you 4 names over here. All these 4 capital structure theories have certain common assumptions. Right? All these 4 capital structure theories have what? Certain common assumptions. Now, if they have common assumptions, based on that, what will happen? They will have certain common formulae. Okay, fine. Let's get into it. Okay. See, now based on these general assumptions, we will derive some general formulae, which are same for all capital structure theories. Read behind me. Read with me. Sir, you're not listening to us. Array, people, now, there is you're all my soulmates. Now I can hear you. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. So you have to read from that side. And anybody laughing, see, it is good to read rather than laughing looking at laptop. Right? Already people around us develop certain impression about us that this fellow looks at laptop and talks. Good from my balcony. Lost. Yeah, totally lost. Okay. Earlier it happens now. People have those buds over here. They have a call and they're talking. Arey, I know this that. Look at them. Similar feel. So it is, at least you read from that side, guys. Please, this will confirm the things doubly. Okay. So I suppose that you all are reading. Okay. Now, based on these general assumptions, we will derive what? Some general formula. Very important. What? Which are same for all capital structure theories. What is that, guys? Repeat. These formulas are what? Same for all capital structure theories. Okay. So that whatever theories you learn, the formula remains same. Okay, fine. Let's start. The first part, what we have written. EBIT minus interest, dividend. It seems sir has forgotten the sequence. EBIT minus interest, sir, should be EBT. Then you subtract tax. Then becomes EAT. Then you subtract preference dividend. Then it becomes PAH. Where are you, sir? You lost it, it seems. No, man, I'm not lost it. EBIT minus interest is EBT. Correct. But what is our assumption? No taxes. So EBT becomes EAT. So from that, at least preference dividend. What? We have an assumption, no preference dividend. So the EAT itself becomes PAH. Sir, do some retained earnings, sir, at least. No, man, it's an assumption, no retention. So after distributing interest, whatever is left directly becomes what? Dividend. Correct. So now you are justified with this. EBIT minus interest is going to be what? Dividend. See, as per our assumption, tax is nil, preference dividend is also nil, and retention is also nil. Fine. Okay. Now with this, let's come to next. Okay. I hope you must be knowing this formula. KE is equal to what? D1 upon P0 plus G. You all know this formula, guys? Right? Now you tell me. Just now we saw what? The retention is going to be 0. The retention is going to be 0. Then growth will be 0. So to that growth, I've written nil is fine. Correct? Yes. Okay. Smart. Now, Let's go to the next slide. So G is nil, no retention. Okay, refer our assumption. D1, let's denote. Okay, to D1, what we are calling dividend, DIV. And P0 is nothing but market value of equity, say E. So in the next step, what should I do? In the next step, I should say KE is equal to DIV, dividend upon E. Is it okay? Just a manipulation, guys, giving some names. D1 I'm calling shortcut DIV. The P0, it's a market value of equity. I'm calling what? E. Fine. So in the next step, what we should see? KE is equal to what? Dividend upon E. Correct. Okay, that's what we see in the next step. You told, so we have to see. Right? KE is equal to what? Dividend upon E. Little respect to maths also. Right? Let's you understand this. What happened? This E went over here. KE is equal to dividend. Or E went here, KE came here. So E is equal to what? Dividend upon K. Any issues with this? Any issue with this two mathematical variations? Ideally, no one should have. Hello, guys. Hi, everyone. To check in between, no, whether everybody is sleeping or whether everybody is listening. Listening, now, people? Huh? Okay, fine. So let's continue. Now, the way we talked about KD, I'm sorry, KE, let's talk about KD also. So you all know the formula, right? KD is going to be what? Interest into bracket 1 minus T upon net proceeds. Okay, this is what is going to happen. But see, immediately what I did, cancelled 1 minus T. Why? Sir, assumptions are. What is the assumption? Nil tax. So there has to be nothing like 1 minus T. Okay, fine. Tax is there. Okay, give some beautiful names. Let's call interest as I. Net proceeds is nothing but market value of debt. Call it D. So in the next step, what we should see, guys, we should see KD is equal to I upon D. Hello, everybody agrees on this. KD is equal to I upon D is what should come in the next step. Correct? Okay, fine. So KD is equal to what? I upon D. People, mathematical variations are is the next thing that we plan, right? That much you understand. What should happen in the next bracket? There should be the mathematical variations. Okay, let's see those mathematical variations. We're happy with these variations. So actually, we are not happy with anything of out of. I mean to say, did you understand? It's not about being happiness. It's about understanding the things, right? So you are okay with these variations. DKD is equal to what? I. Or D is equal to what? I upon KD. Is this clear to you all, guys? Fine. Okay. So now we did talk about KD. We did talk about KD. We need to talk about cost of capital now. Overall cost of capital. What is that? KO. Correct, na? Yeah, we need to talk about it. So let's talk about KO to see what will happen. Calculation of KO. Do you know this? Source, cost. So why you show one line each? You know why? Seeing that one line each, makes you think about what next should come. Have you solved like this anytime in your life? Or in the last lecture also we have done. WACC, source, cost, amount, product. Do you remember this? Tell me how many sources. Show me from that side. We are talking about capital structure theory. Everybody lives in the current. What we assumed, guys, do you remember what we assumed? How many sources? Two sources, correct. Two sources. Which two sources? Debt and equity. Correct. So now in KO, what we should write? We'll write that only, right? But sir, where are the numbers? I know numbers. We are expert mathematician. People don't do like that. See, debt, equity. Fine. Let's understand. Debt's cost is KD. Amount is D. Hello? D is okay. Market value of debt we have called in D, na? Right? Now you know how to multiply. Check on your calculator. Multiply this. Switch on your calculator. Do it. KD into D. I got the answer DKD. Did you get it? I'm sure you must have got. Sorry, by mistake I pressed it off. Otherwise I would have shown it. By mistake I turned it off. It was there DKD. Okay. Equity. Cost is K, amount is E. Multiply EKE. Now you know that we are due for some substitution, right? You can see those red lines going, right? So what we are going to do, tell me. DKD is nothing but I, correct? EKE is nothing but dividend, correct, friends? So when we write the weighted average cost, KO, as what? Total product upon total weight. And when we write total product as DKD plus EKE upon D plus E, what substitution I can do over here? DKD I'll replace by I, interest. EKE I'll replace by dividend. Correct, friends? That is I plus dividend. But you know what? Interest plus dividend is going to be what? EBIT. Sir, how, sir? Are friends, see the first formula. See the first formula. EBIT minus interest is dividend. Dividend, add back interest. What will happen? EBIT will come. Correct? So, in this formula, what can I say? KO is equal to DKD plus EKE upon D plus E. Can I say I plus dividend is going to be EBIT? Yes. Okay, you remember what is this D? What is our assumption? D is the market value of debt, correct? E is the market value of what? Equity. So, anyways, this firm has only two sources of finance, debt and equity. So, can I say market value of debt plus market value of equity will be the value of the firm itself? There is no other capital employed, no other third source of capital employed. So, debt plus equity is going to be the market value of the firm itself. See. Okay, let's explain. Interest plus dividend will be EBIT. See formula 1, we saw it just now. D is equal to what? Market value of debt. E is equal to what? Market value of equity. So debt plus equity, D plus E will be market value of firm. Let's say V. So guys, what will happen? KO is equal to, in place of interest plus dividend, I'll write EBIT. I hope you'll understand this substitution. In place of interest plus dividend, I write what? EBIT. And in place of debt plus equity, I write V. V stands for value of the firm. Come on, tell me. Did you understand this? KO is equal to EBIT upon V. Is this well understood? All this substitution, all this way of making KO is all understood. Yes, thank you so much for being so positive. Let me change the word. Thank you so much for being so enthusiastic. With the changing times. Okay. Mathematical variation. Let's take V over here. So EBIT upon K. I think that much you will understand. Okay. And see, remember, in our assumptions we had written that there are no taxes. Earlier, this assumption was relaxed little later. So what we will have to, we need to understand. Okay, fine. This is the formula. Now V is equal to EBIT upon KO. Fine. If taxes are present, what I will say? I will say V is equal to EBIT into 1 minus T. What is this 1 minus T, guys? Tax saving. 1 minus T is what? Tax saving. If no taxes, then EBIT KO would be EBIT upon V. V is equal to EBIT upon KO. If there is a tax saving, multiplied by what? 1 minus T. Is that understood? See, we have discussed this a number of times. Suppose that I have an expenditure of 100 rupees. It saves my 40 rupees tax. Suppose tax is 40%. So effective cost is only 60. I think we have done this in interest. Interest we always multiply by what? 1 minus T. That's it. Same logic. Is this okay, guys? Yeah? Okay. So let's move ahead. So guys, you know what we have done? We have so many games to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 games this way, 2 games this way. For all these games, we have learned all the rules of the games. All these assumptions, all these formulae, they are all rules of the game. Now we know what are the games. Now we know the rules of the game. So we should start playing the game. Right? That is what is we should start learning the capital structure theories one by one. Right? In the chart, we discussed variable KO theories. Right? If you don't remember, I'll show it again. It doesn't cost me anything extra. Variable KO theories. How many variable KO theories? 2 variable KO theories. net income approach, traditional approach. So first we'll focus on net income approach. Okay, so what is the basic thing of these people? The basic thing is that you change the capital structure, KO will change. Correct? That thing you keep in mind. When you change the capital structure, what will happen? KO will change. With this, let's get to net income approach. Okay. So let us understand the capital structure theories. And the very first one, net income approach. And to remind you, again, I have written variable KO theory. Okay, lot of general assumptions we have done, but then there is one specific assumption of this theory only. Okay, this specific assumption is only for this theory. Let's see what it says. KE remains constant irrespective of changes in capital structure. Okay, K remains constant irrespective of what changes in capital structure. Yeah. See, KE remains constant irrespective of what changes in capital structure. Now, what does it mean? What does it mean? See, we are going to change the capital structure. Okay, we are going to add, see, in the mixture, no? Okay, it's a mixture, it's a equity, debt, capital structure. Keep it aside. New part, equity, extra debt, capital structure. What is happening? I'm adding more and more debt to my capital structure to add spice to it. Okay. And equity shareholders, okay, do whatever you want. Give me something. Right? So equity shareholders have a simple view. Equity shareholders have a very simple view. Whatever dose of debt you add, no, we are okay with everything. Right? See, generally what should happen? Taking more loan means risk perception should change. But equity shareholders say, no, 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 we are very happy. You add debt, you do whatever. So what is the specific assumption of this theory? See, it says that equity shareholders are not affected by rising proportion of debt in the capital structure. Okay, you can read it over here. They don't perceive any increase in risk, and because of that, or hence, they don't ask for higher returns. See, what is KE? Understand, KE is what? Cost of equity. That is expectation of equity shareholder. K is what? Cost of equity. That is expectation of equity shareholder. But every time, like you are adding one debt, one equity, capital structure. Two debt, one equity. Debt increase, new capital structure. They say, oh, no problem. Add debt, no problem. We are okay. We are okay. So they don't see, they don't perceive any risk in the increased debt. Now they don't perceive any risk. So they say, it's okay. We don't want any higher returns. We don't expect any change in K. This is a behavioral pattern. Right, guys? So because of that, see now what is going to happen because of this behavior of equity shareholders. Huh? See, let's take an example. Okay, the first example. In the capital structure, see, look for the cost. Debt is 10, equity is 20. We are sticking to our basic assumption. What was that? You remember last assumption? KD less than K. I told you, no, KD has to be what? Less than K. Otherwise, who will buy the equity here? Equity shareholders should get higher returns. Okay, so we are following that. We are following that. Right? So debt is 10% cost, equity is 20% cost. Then we are not taking any debt initially, 100% equity, 100 rupees of equity. So 10 into 0, 0, 20 into 100, 2000. Total amount is 100. and total product is 2000. So when I calculate KO, KO would be 2000 divided by 100. How much? 20%. Understood the first combination? Okay. Now you know what management is going to say. Let's add some debt. Okay. Let's add some debt and let's see what happens. So the second stage. Fine. What do you see now? Out of the 100 rupees of requirement, what management has done? 20 rupees is coming from debt and 80 rupees are coming from equity. Because of that, there is a slight change. See, 10 into 20, 200. 20 into 80, 1600. What will happen over here, guys? You also know this will be 1800 upon 100. That is how much? 18%. What happened, guys? KO dipped down. Why? Simple. You substituted equity by cheaper debt. Huh? You learned something called as, you've heard the word adulteration. Huh? You heard it, no? Okay. So it's like somebody selling rice, good quality basmati rice. And he also sells ordinary rice. Right? So basmati rice is cheaper. Sorry, I need a correction. Basmati rice is costly and ordinary rice is cheaper. Okay, fine. One fine day, he has a bad thought in the mind of adulteration. Okay, he goes to his shop at night. He takes 10 kg of basmati rice and mixes it in ordinary rice. And he sells it at ordinary rice's price. I think he's the stupidest person. How adulteration is done? Costly thing is adulterated with cheaper thing. Is that right? Okay. See, we have sweets now. On sweets, that a thin sheet of silver is stuck. I don't know what you call it. Okay, I don't know. You understood what I'm saying? Normally, those mawa sweets and all that. No, there's a thin sheet of silver. We call it work. I don't know what you call it. Okay, must be having some different. But you understood what I'm talking about. Okay, tell me what the shopkeeper should do instead of would do if he wants to adulterate. He will replace the aluminum sheet by silver or silver by aluminum. Silver by aluminum, though. Come on. He will replace the costlier one by cheaper one, and that is what is happening, guys. So the cost is coming down, right? You claim that you make sweets in pure ghee, okay, and sell them at a higher price, and then you use normal dalda or something like that, hydrogenated oils, right? Would you put a board that I sell sweets made only in hydrogenated oil and quietly mix pure ghee into it? This is not the way adulteration is done, right? So this is a simple funda you need to understand. Earlier in the first capital structure, cost is 20%, right? In the second capital structure, the cost, overall cost, AO, is how much? 18%. Why did it come down? You substituted equity by what? Cheaper debt. Okay, and the basic assumption is what? The basic assumption is very simple. Equity shareholders are not affected. You add more debts, no, to the mixture. Equity shareholders are no problem. We have no issues. Okay, let's go with the third assumption. Let's go with the third set now. Okay, slight changes. What is happening in this third is set now? See, instead of having 20 of debt, now you have started bringing 40 of debt. But it is getting cheaper, no? And equity shareholders have no problem. Now, when you solve this, what will happen? This will become 1600 upon 100 as how much? 16%. Correct. What happened? The KO came down furthermore. Why? Because you substituted equity by cheaper debt. Clear? Understood? Right? But this thrives on the specific assumption. What is the specific assumption of this theory? Is the shareholder affected by making additions of cheaper debt? No, shareholder says, no, I'm not affected. Okay, fine. So now suppose I want to present this diagrammatically. Okay, let's conclude first. As equity is replaced by cheaper debt, KO goes on falling as proportion of debt in the capital structure rises. So suppose it comes in the diagram form, it will be like this. Okay, here we have cost of capital. Here we have on x-axis we have debt equity mix. That is a per mix. What is that? Is that percentage of debt? See, as you move further from here to here, the proportion of debt goes on rising. What do you notice? See, KD is as such constant. KD is as such constant, and K is also constant. So what you observe? KO, see, starting from here, earlier, first point, 20%, 20%. K is also 20%, KO is also 20%, zero debt. Okay, so KO has started from here, correct? Same spot. But then later on, what happens? It goes on falling, 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 and falling, and falling as you go on adding more and more of what? Debt. Is that understood, guys? Not for screenshot, just showing you all the whole thing at one go. Not for screenshot, guys. This you can do little later. Just understand what we discussed. All other assumptions remaining same. A very specific assumption of this theory is what? Is the equity shareholder affected by changing proportions of debt? No. Is that understood to all of you? Okay. So the moment I say net income approach, you should visualize this diagram. KD parallel, K parallel. KO goes on falling down. Is that clear? Okay, fine. Let's come to the second theory now. Traditional approach. Okay, traditional approach. Once again, you know what? Traditional approach will have a specific assumption. Again, this is a variable KO theory. So, what is the specific assumption? See, you know what? Initially, they are behaving like net income approach. Okay, see, let's read out. Everybody out there listening to me carefully. Everybody has understood net income theory. Net income approach is understood. Okay, so now let's talk about the second approach, that is traditional approach. Okay, fine. Initially, equity shareholders don't perceive any risk with the rising proportion of debts. You know what? I associate everything with some actions. Okay, like when I miss at my level as a student, suppose I'm a student. Okay, so how do I do net income approach? So I associate like this, that the fellow is going on adding some spice in my food. Not affected, not affected. Go, bindas, go on adding. Net income theory brings that thing in my mind. Okay, or it brings the adulteration in my mind. Okay, that you substitute equity by cheaper debt. Okay, you know what I remember by reading this name, no traditional approach. Okay, when in college, no, we used to ride a bike, okay, motorcycle. Few of our friends were horrific, horrific. Okay. So I never rode as a pillion with them, never, never ever. But they were known for riding terrible. So I no is no. Whatever they say, never believed they will. I'll ride slow, ride careful. Because I've seen whatever they do, they ultimately come out to their own genes. So whenever I read this theory, it reminds me of that. Okay. So some people say, I'm very daring, I don't care, I will ride with you. So they ride as a PV, they sit behind. And then initially they sit like this. Right, I am enjoying that. Then as the speed increases, they become cautious. And when he starts riding like this through the traffic, gliding, giving cut, then stop, stop. This time. I always remember that. See what happens in the traditional approach. Initially not affected. Okay, see, initially equity shareholders are cool and calm, right? They say no risk. They don't perceive any risk with rising proportion of debt. No risk. Add. No worries. Go on, speed up. Let that debt equity ratio inflate. Let the capital gearing ratio be high. More debt. We are enjoying. But as the proportion of debt rises beyond a limit, equity shareholders perceive high risk. Got it? And that's why they start demanding higher K. Understood the change in approach now? Right? Initially, they are just behaving very cool and calm and not affected by anything. They say, okay, you bring more debt, no problem, boss, no problem, bring it. But later on, what happens? Then debt increases beyond a point. Debt equity ratio soars, capital gearing ratio soars, right? You do deal more with debt. They say, no, this is a high risk in the business because the debt increases and the fixed interest payment also increases. Hey, people, you understand what I talk? Debt equity ratio increases, capital gearing ratio increases, interest coverage becomes poor. The number of times you cover up your interest payment, interest coverage ratio. The more debt you have, the higher would be the amount of interest. Higher the amount of interest, EBIT remaining same, interest coverage ratio will drop down. Now equity shareholders are saying, very high risk, very high risk. If you want me to be in the business, give me better returns. Okay. Now see, because of this behavior, what will happen? Let's take some example. Initially, the first state. Okay. Debt 0, equity 100, KO 20. Second stage, not affected. Cool, chill. Debt increases to 20, equity proportion goes down 20. Not affected. Bring, no problem. So management says, okay, we are bringing more debt. Management brings now 40 of debt, and now here equity shareholders are infuriated. What is this? Out of 100 rupees, you are bringing 40 rupees as a debt. So much risk. We are not okay with it. Earlier, we said we are okay with it, but actually we are not okay with it. Okay. Earlier, I used to give 20, no? Now you want us to remain invested in the business, give us 25. Just see these three numbers that are highlighted. That will make it clear that initially equity shareholders are cool. They say we are okay with the same K. You bring higher debt, doesn't matter. But what happened in the last capital structure? The moment you raised your debt, what is happening? They are saying what? We will stay invested, no problem. But give us what? Little higher returns. What is happening because of that? What is happening because of that? Earlier it was 20, then 18, dropped down, but after that it increases again because these people are demanding more. Got me very clear? Right? Okay. See, what is the conclusion? Because of this behavior of equity shareholders, initially KO reduces. Correct? That's what you see in the chart. Right? Initially KO is reduced, but later on, as KE increases, what happens? KO also increases. Right, friends? Now, suppose I have to present this in the diagram. See how it will look. See, KD you can see KD. Okay, I'll highlight, but I'll remove it later. KD is constant. KD is like not affected. Okay. Now here, up to a certain point, K is also constant. Right? Huh? The first part. Okay, just yes, very important. See, What you can see up to this point, cool and calm. After that, infuriated. As the debt increases, they say we want a higher K. Now, because of that, what happened in the of behavior of KO? See, initially KO is also falling, cool and calm. But after this, what happened? After this, it also started rising up. So, guys, where is the optimum point? I think the optimum point is over here only. Right? This is the lowest KO. Na? So this itself is what? This itself is optimum KO. Because see, if it comes to cost of capital, I will always love to keep the cost of capital as the lowest possible. Right? If it is returns, I will always want higher returns. If it is cost, then I always have lowest possible cost. Did you understand this behavior? Right? Okay. Yes. So let's take a whole look at it once. Screenshot, please do later. Just listen to me. Right? See what happens in this approach, guys. What happens in this approach? Initially, equity shareholders are cool and calm, but they very soon lose their cool and calm the moment what? The moment debt increases beyond the proportion. Got it? Now see, both these theories are variable KO theories only. The first one also and the second one also. But what is happening in the first one? KO continuously goes on falling. Correct? And what happens in the second approach, in the traditional approach, KO initially falls, comes to the lowest possible, and then it starts rising. Correct? So you have to remember this. You have to remember this behavior, very specific. Huh? Tell me honestly, guys, did you understand this both the theories? Yep. Okay, good. Now, so when we were talking about the theory part, we said, okay, fine. There are two parts. Right? Some say yes, some say no. So the variable KO theories we have already discussed. Net income approach, traditional approach. Now it's a time to talk about constant KO theories. Okay, and in that the first one is the net operating income approach. Okay, we are going to talk about what? Net operating income approach. So now what is going to happen, guys? Just if you could look into this chart, any of the theories chart. Okay, what should be happening now? Constant KO, sir, constant KO. What should be happening? Then everywhere, here we got 20, 18, and 16. Then we got 20, 18, and 19. Behavioral pattern. Constant KO theories. So last answer everywhere should be how much? 20 only? It should be same only? Sir, how this will happen? Okay, I'll explain. See, I'll explain. Wait. See how it happens. You bring, okay, let's talk about this. You bring cheaper debt, cost goes on falling. Okay. Now equity shareholders are like, say, sir, you bring more cheaper debt, no? We have a feel of risk. Okay. What do you do? Whatever benefit you are getting over here now, by bringing cheaper debt, pass it on to us. Understood? Whatever benefit you are getting by bringing the cheaper debt, now just pass it on to us so the KO remains fast. Company not affected, shareholder also not affected. Company maintains the cost of capital, shareholder also gains a little more for bearing some extra risk. Okay, so let's see net operating income approach. Constant KO theory. Again, a very specific assumption. As I told you just on the same thing, guys. That's only the specific assumption, nothing else. See what it says. As the proportion of debt in the capital structure increases, risk perception of equity shareholder increases from the very beginning. Okay, therefore they demand higher K, which is, see, they demand higher K, which is equal to benefit received due to cheaper debt. Got it? So understood what is happening. You understood what is happening. Okay, that you bring cheaper debt, you get benefited. So shareholders say, pass on the benefit to us. Right now, see, when I have a function at home, suppose I'm giving the contract to some caterer. Okay, so you know how I bargain. I tell him 100, only 100 people are there. Only 100 people are there. So he makes a calculation for 100 people. I never tell him that there will be 500 people. Okay, so I tell him that I have a very small function, only 100 people. So he gives me a calculation. I say, okay, fine. I will place the order soon. After function is after 2 months. After 1 week, I contact him. Sir, we are expecting more people. So 250 people now. Will there be any change? But 250 is final figure, sir. I contact him after a week. Now what? Now I will tell him, nah, you will buy more vegetables. You will buy more of wheat, rice, everything more. In the same utensils that you have taken on hire, you will cook my food. In the same tempo, your people will come, your machine, your equipments, and your material will come. Okay, material of 250 people will eat more, but it will come in the same tempo. Traveling cost is same. Pass on the benefit to me. He says, okay, sir, I had told you 180 rupees per plate. Make it 150 rupees per plate. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm very happy, sir. Thank you so much. So nice. 250 plates, final, sir. Again, after 2 weeks, I call him, sir, my guest list has increased, sir. I have 500 people now. Smart, na? Huh? What we are doing? We are telling him, see, that whatever benefit you are, too much of financial management in practical life, right? You must be pretty sure I must have done that. Huh? But the thing is that my client is also now my supplier is also the same since years, so he also knows me. So he when I ask for the lower figure, then he quotes that way. Anyways, but see that makes you understand. Okay, fine. When you make a change in the capital structure like this, you increase the debt and you just pass on the extra benefit to whom? To the equity shareholder, so that the overall cost will remain same. Okay, let's see how this will happen. Okay, first stage is constant. Debt 0, equity 100, so KO is 20. Okay, so now how we will understand. See, let's understand it like this. Now we want, let's go like this. Let's go reverse. Okay, it's interesting. Now 20 rupees debt is brought. Okay, so what as an equity shareholder we are telling? Let's see, whatever benefit you are getting now by bringing the cheaper debt, pass it on to us. Keep the KO constant 20. Okay, for KO to be 20, this has to be 2000. That much we all understand. This has to be how much? 2000. So this balancing figure is how much? 1800. You divide this 1800 by 18. Now, earlier you used to multiply. Now, so divide now. 1800 divided by 18. How much it came to? 22.5. Got it? Got it? What happened? So now earlier they were given 20. Now they are given how much? 22.5. And by giving them extra, is the company suffering? No, sir. KO is same. Earlier also 20, now also 20. Got it? Now instead of bringing 20 of debt, they bring 40 of debt. Okay. Now again, equity shareholders say the same thing. They say, okay, fine, sir, just do one thing. Pass the benefit to us. Keep the KO constant. Then we all know to keep the KO constant. This total has to be 2000. So this balancing figure has to be 1600. Okay, do that. 1600 divided by 16 comes to 26 point, 26 comes to 26.67. Oh wow. So what happened, guys? Here, earlier you were making 22.5, now you're making 26.67. And still the KO remains same. So what is happening here? Did you understand? Whatever benefit you are getting from taking cheaper debt, now only that benefit you are passing on to the equity shareholders. Right? So overall KO is remaining same. Did you understand this? Did you understand all these three possibilities? Okay, fine. So let's conclude. Because of this behavior of equity shareholders, KO remains constant. Okay, diagrammatically, see, it will look like this. KD is anyways constant. KD is anyways constant. Now here what happens, friends? As the proportion of debt increases, no? What is happening with K? K is rising. Correct? That's what you've seen over here. No. Earlier it was 20, then 22.5, then 26.67. But K is rising only so much so that KO remains what constant. You can see the KO line constant. K gradually increasing. Got it, friends? So let's take a larger view of this. I hope you understand this, right? In net operating income, where it is a constant KO theory, what is happening? What is happening? Is KO changing? No, KO is remaining constant. With the increasing debt, as you bring in cheaper debt, equity shareholders do demand higher K, but only that much higher, which is equal to what the benefit received due to what cheaper debt. As a result, what happens? K remains constant. Yes, friends, time to talk to you people. Tell me, have you all understood all these three theories? Huh? Don't worry about the screenshot, guys. Don't worry about the screenshot part. That is religiously will be done by me because, as I told you, know. Okay? Yeah, I'm opening the chat box for a moment. You understood, see, that closing the chat box was also required to just you be on the receiving side. Okay, no unnecessary chit chatter. You can just reply me over here. Did you understand? Say yes or no. Oh, so nice. So many replies. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. No, no, no more confusion. No more theories. Done. We are done. Not adding any theories. Enough of it. So Modiglani Miller, I removed them from the class. People are like, sir, we have understood these three theories. Now what if you add Modiglani Miller, we'll be confused. Okay, fine, I'll remove them from the class. No Modiglani Miller. Hey, don't worry, Modiglani Miller don't prove any approach. They just follow NOI. Okay, don't worry about that. So let's take 3 minutes mandatory break, it seems, right? And then we will come to the next part. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Come at 1 o'clock, huh? Very good. Yes, people. Hope everyone here. Yeah. Okay. See, so uh, we have understood these three theories, right? Modigliani Miller is to be discussed separately. Okay. Though it appears under constant KO theories. Now see, for variable KO theories, I put two approaches where in one case KO goes on falling, net income approach. In traditional approach, KO initially falls, then starts rising. So there were two approaches. I could make two tables. In constant KO approach, anyways it is going to remain constant. So can I have two approaches? For constant thing, how can I will have two approaches? So then, sir, what will happen in Modigliani-Miller? You know what? Modigliani-Miller is not proving the constant KO. Rather, he says, ki, okay, I will tap on the constant KO concept and develop a new concept. He talks something different, altogether different. Okay, so Modigliani-Miller, we are not talking about today. Modigliani-Miller is a totally different thing, and that is reserved for next lecture. Okay, yeah. How much have you written today in your notebook till now? Zero, correct. Okay, you understand that these all things that you have to bring on your notebook little later. Okay, fine. Now, yes, now see, I'll show you something. Let's continue further. Okay, so hereafter, no, friends, we have to solve few questions. Okay, hereafter we have to solve few questions. So now what you can do is uh, you can take screenshot of this part now. Okay, yeah. It is started from here. Okay. Taken, I have waited sufficiently, right? Done. Okay. So let's go to the next page. Done. Should I assume that everybody has done taking photo of this? Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Go ahead. You go ahead. Bottom right a little cut. That is okay. That is just that box was cut. That's fine. Done. Okay. Done now, people. Done. Anybody still left out? Don't worry. Again, at the end, for 2-3 minutes, I will show all the pages. Okay. If anybody is left out, don't worry. At the end, again, I'll show all these pages. Okay. Fine. Just give me a moment. Let me check my files. Okay, people, let's go ahead. Fine. So now, as I told you, we are going to deal with the questions based on these theories. Fine. Hello, is it audible? Visible? Screen sharing happening? Because last time I forgot to share the screen. Oh. Okay, so we'll come to the questions based on this. Let's get into it. Uh, First, we'll come to question number 19. Okay, let's come to question number 19. Let's see what is happening over here. See what is told. ABC Limited is expecting an annual earning before payment of interest and tax of how much? 2 lakhs. So can I say it's EBIT? The company in its capital structure has rupees 8 lakh in 10% debentures. So this is debt. The cost of equity or capitalization rate is 12.5. So basically, KE is 12.5. You are required to calculate the value of the firm according to NI approach. Guys, VV, value of the firm. Also compute the overall cost of capital, means what? KO. And see, it is very clearly written to what? Follow what? NI approach. Right? Net income approach. Okay. So let's see the solution for this. Actually, you've taken the screenshots, sufficient screenshots are taken. So now plan to leave the pages accordingly. Yes, now it's a time to leave the pages accordingly. Calculate for yourselves. See, if we go like this, you strictly follow what I have done. I think this is a general handwriting. So like you will also need same sides. So two sides over here, 2 and 2, 4, 4 and 2, 6, 6 and 2, this 8 and 9. 9 sides is what you should ideally need. If you think no, that my handwriting is little bigger one, then accordingly you leave it extra sides. Right? 9 sides is what ideally you would need. You will also need. Don't make a clumsy presentation. Make a neat and clean presentation. Right? So 9 to 10 sides is what you would need. Okay. And when you see the screenshots, see, I have taken all possible efforts to put one theory on one page. Okay. It has not happened by fluke. Okay. I have taken some efforts to put one theory on one page. Same way, try to present. Okay, same way try to present. So when you read one side, one page, you see all the contents of that theory at one go. Try that. Okay, that's not mandatory. Fine. So let us start. One minute, let me open the question. So let's start, guys. Solution to classwork question 19. Okay. EBIT is 2 lakh. Okay. Debt 8 lakh, 10% debentures. KE is given 12.5%. Okay. What things we have to find? We have to find V, value of the firm, and we have to find KO. Okay. Now see, whichever approach you follow, basically the formulae are same, guys, right? The formulae are same. What is V? Value of the firm is debt plus equity. Guys, debt we already know, 8 lakh. Equity is what you have to find. So tap on this idea. Okay, so make a quick income statement. In this income statement, we would say EBIT is given to be 2 lakh. Less interest. How much this should be? 10% of 8 lakh, 80,000. Guys, follow the capital structure theories. EBIT minus interest should directly come to dividend. Correct? Now that I know dividend, I know KE. Can I find E? You've just taken screenshots, check. Therefore, E is dividend upon KE. Dividend is 120 upon KE is 0.125. So 120 divided by 0.125. 9,60,000. Tell me, guys, you have value of equity with you, 960, correct? You have value of debt with you. If you add equity and debt, what will you get? Will you get the value of the firm? And that is one of your answers. Therefore, value of the firm, V, debt plus equity, 8 lakh plus 960. 1760. Right? We got the value of the firm. What else is asked? KO. Now it will be very simple. Therefore, KO is equal to follow the general formula of capital structure theory. What is KO is equal to? It is the EBIT upon V. Correct? EBIT is 2 lakh and value we just found out 17,60,000. So 2 lakh divided by 17,60,000 comes to 0.1136. That is how much? 11.36%. Okay. Hello friends, diagrammatic presentation. You remember what happens with KO in NI approach? Slopes down. But to see that slope, no friends, you should have more than one capital structure. Here, how many capital structures are there? Only one capital structure is there. Only one. Where two? I see only one structure. One mix ray. I didn't ask you how many components. Components I know from childhood. It will have only two components. Capital structure theory, only two components, debt and equity. That I know from childhood. From your childhood, I should say. I'm asking you how many capital structures are given over here. It's only one. So see, you won't be able to see the application of NI over here. If you want to see the application of NI, what you should do? You should add some more dose of debt. Correct, na? You should add some more dose of debt. So you know what we are doing? Whatever we are doing is just extra for our own satisfaction. Okay. Hello people, did you listen to me properly? This extra, are we supposed to write in the exam? No. What do you mean by extra? This is extra. Then how to write in the exam? No need. Just to convince you. Okay, this is how get followed. Let's see. Let's see. Let's take one extra question. Using NI approach, if above company increases the amount of debt in capital structure to 10 lakh. Earlier it is 8 lakh, no? Let's say they increase it to how much? They increase it to how much? 10 lakh. Find KO. We'll restrict ourselves to KO because we want to see the behavior of KO. Okay. So, okay, guys, by changing capital structure, will EBIT change? No. By changing capital structure, EBIT will not change. Right. So, in my answer, I would say first point, EBIT remains constant. Okay. We are following which approach? NI approach. KD and KE also remain constant. This is important to understand, no? Right? This is what as per. Okay, let me be very specific. KD is anyways constant. So let's say KE also remain constant as per which approach? As per NI. That's what happens, right? KE equity shareholders see no perception, no change in the risk. Okay. So now what will happen? How the calculations will change? Suppose I make that income statement once again. EBIT doesn't change. So EBIT will remain 2 lakh. But I think now the interest part will change. Interest will be now 10% of 10 lakh. Earlier it was 10% of 8 lakh, guys. Now it will be 10% of 10 lakh. So 1 lakh. So dividend would be 1 lakh. Okay. Will KE change? No. KE will also remain same. How much is our KE? 0.125. Therefore, value of E would be dividend upon KE. 1 lakh upon 0.125. 8 lakh. I complete the solution here itself. Therefore, V would be D plus E. Now the debt is 10 lakh and equity is 8 lakh. So value is equal to 18 lakh. Now I know value. I know EBIT. Therefore, I can get KO. KO as what? EBIT upon V. That is 2 lakh divided by 18 lakh. 2 lakh divided by 18 lakh gives me 0.1111. That is 11.11%. Correct, friends? Yes, I. Now, can you see? Just reply me. Now, with this example, can you see NI approach happening? I've highlighted the necessary thing also. Now, can you see the NI approach happening? With the increased dosage of debt in the capital structure, has KO fallen? Yes. So, to see the change, there should be change. With one capital structure, how I would show you the change. I think this example makes it very clear. This extra example makes it very clear that we have kept the KE constant, EBIT constant. So the approach has literally followed and the KO has fallen down from 11.36 to 11.11%. You're done writing this? We are supposed to solve this now, guys. Don't sit idle. Are you done writing this? Yeah. And if you like, sir, we have already left 10 pages, sir. So what is the point, sir? We'll write everything at the end. No problem. I'm keeping it on the screen since last 5 minutes. So it's like take a photograph. I want me to smile. Okay, happy. Well, we'll go with the next question, guys. We'll go with the next question. Should I? Okay. We'll come to question number 20. Okay, let's come to question number 20. What's this question number 20? Let's see. ABC Limited is expecting an earning before interest and tax of 4 lakh and belongs to a risk class of 10%. Guys, risk class of the business means K. You are required to find the value of the firm. What a funny question. This is EBIT, this is KO. V is equal to what? EBIT upon KO. Directly answer 40 lakh. Fine. And what? Cost of equity if it employs 8% debt. But what? To the extent of 20%, 35%, and 50% of the total requirement of 20. Okay. So there are three possibilities. Debt 1, debt 2, debt 3. And see, this is a nice question. We are having three capital structures where we are increasing the proportion of debt. What we have to use? We have to use NOI approach. Okay. Guys, you remember NOI approach? What is this? What is this? KO remains constant. Constant KO. Yes, that's what I mean to do. I'm not doing any acting. I want you to remember this. KO remains constant, right? Accordingly, the things will change, guys. So after making this debt one debt, see, before we solve, we should know what will happen. We are increasing the proportion of debt. KO will remain constant. Agreed. What happens to KE? Increases, correct? KE increases, no? KE people say what? That you are bringing more and more of cheaper debt, na? To pass the benefit to us. So KE has to what? Go up. And if you manage to prove that, then everything is falling in place. Okay. So let's wait a second. Okay, let's do that. Question 20. Okay. So let's present it columnar, no, because we have three options to explore. Okay. But yeah, before that, we will write. Let's write few things. NOI approach. Please do not come with these kind of questions. Why should company follow NOI approach? Who will decide that? Who will decide that? Company will decide. Let them do anything. Okay. See, understand, I've told you. These are the approaches others think fair. Your approach is not asked. I understand nobody is willing to give. See, people are thinking like if they are a company, why they will give to the equity shareholder. I understand. Very frugal people don't want to share any money with others. Okay, fine. But that's your approach. See, I had earlier when I started the lecture, I told you that to follow the approaches. Why they should do like that? Go and ask them. Don't ask me. I mean to say that, see guys, these are the different approaches developed by different people, what they think right. Okay. See, after so many people in the world running after making money, aren't there people who are running after helping others? Right. Huh? So each of them think that the others are wrong. Why should I justify in my small life to the others that others are wrong and I am right? I think I should live with my justification and die with my justification. NOI approach. That's what I'm talking about. So NOI approach, people are like, if you okay our approach, follow that. Otherwise, go to wherever you want. So we are not going to put this thought process. See, guys, it takes hard time, lot of thinking, lot of presentation to drive these theories in your minds. So if you create, see, now there can be n number of possibilities after this. We have to learn only 3 possibilities. Understand? That is a basic line. That importance is what your thinking is not. Are you a financial management expert? Have you written books? Have you proposed theories? Have you got DLit in that? Have you done PhD in that? Are your theories printed in the paper? No. Till such time, follow the theories whose theories are published in the paper. Okay. So no clutter in the mind. Okay. Others can do anything. We are following these theories. Okay. No more discussions on this. Yeah. NOI approach, that is KO is constant. Okay. We should know what happens in NOI approach. Therefore, first question what they've asked for value of the firm, right? Find out the value of the firm. So very easy. EBIT upon KO. EBIT is how much given in the question? 4 lakh. KO given in question is how much? 10%. That is 0.1. So value of the firm is 40 lakh. Okay. Important. As per KO approach, I'm so sorry, as per NOI approach, I meant to say. As per NOI approach, KO is constant. Okay. Also, EBIT remains the same irrespective of what? Capital structure. Got it? As per NOI approach, KO is constant. This KO is going to be constant. And EBIT anyways remains constant. So what am I trying to tell you? Therefore, value of firm will remain same irrespective of capital structure. Right? There are 3 different possibilities, no? 20% debt, 35% debt, and 50% debt. But I have not made any possibilities out here. I'm directly calculating this value of the firm as 40 lakh. So I have not taken 3 possibilities because I know as per NOI, KO is always constant and EBIT remains as such constant irrespective of capital structure. So whichever plan I go for, whether debt of 20%, debt of 35%, or debt of 50%, my value of the firm is going to remain same, 40 lakh, right? So let's write the capital structure 1, 2, 3. Correct? What is going to be the percentage of debt in this? The percentage of debt is going to be 20%, then 35%, and then 50%. What is our total financial requirement? 20 lakh. Therefore, amount of debt, 20 lakhs, 20%. Okay, I will write over here dash percentage of 20 lakh. So 4 lakh, 20 lakhs, 35%. So 7 lakh and 20 lakhs, 50%. So 10 lakh, right? Okay. What is the rate of interest? 8%. Remember that. Okay, so let's make a basic thing now. What is the expected EBIT, guys? Expected EBIT is 4 lakh. We know that it will remain same irrespective of the capital structure. Less interest at the rate 8% of debt. It is clearly written in the question. It's a 8% debt. So 8% of 4 lakh, 32,000. 8% of 7 lakh, 56,000, and 8% of 10 lakh, 80,000. The balance left out we call as what? Dividend. Hello? We are following capital structure theories, guys. You remember, no? EBIT minus interest should be what? Dividend. Yes, dividend. Correct. Dividend 268. 3. How much? 44. Huh? Listen to me, guys. We know dividend, right? What have you been asked to find? Tell me. What have you been asked to find? First thing we were asked to find value of the firm. We're already done with it. Value of the firm, we have already done with it. Right, friends? 368. Here one. Oh, sorry. 368. Done. Thank you. Thank you, Hari. Yeah. See, what we've been asked to find in the question. Let me show you this part first. Okay. We have been asked to find value of the firm. So what discussion we had? Let's see, KO is going to be constant and EBIT is as such constant. So value of the firm is anyways in any option it will be particular. First particular. We have been asked to find cost of equity. Guys, come on now. Guys, cost of equity is what? How do we calculate it? I'm just writing it in the graph. K is dividend upon E. True. Dividend we have already got. What we should get now, you tell me. What we should find now. If you want to find K, here, see here. Here. If you want to find K, dividend we just now found out. So what we should find now? E. What to find? E to find. How to find E? There is no formula for E, but we know that V is equal to D plus E. Hello, maths experts. Oh, maths people. Do you know V? How much? 40 lakh. Yes. Yes. Do you know E? No. Do you know D? Can you find E as a balancing figure? That's what I'm saying. So what we can write about E? We can say E is equal to what? Oh, guys, V minus D or D minus C? V minus D or D minus C? People are dancing. What? What are you doing? V minus D. Final? Good. Thank you. Oh my God. Someshwar already calculated everything. Someshwar is like, sir, you are going very slow. I'm an average student now. Happens. Someshwar, you are super average. Okay, hello. Whatever we discussed. Since V is equal to D plus E, therefore V minus D is equal to E. So let me write that way. V minus D is equal to what? Is equal to E. Okay, guys, in value, everywhere I will copy 40 lakh. Correct, na? No change over here. 40 lakh everywhere. Debt, that is only calculated. Copy paste, copy paste. You all are good at it. 4 lakh, 7 lakh, 10 lakh. Subtract 36 lakh, 33 lakh, 30 lakh. I think, guys, now we have enough information. Enough information. We know E, we know dividend. Can we find KE now? Yes, sir. Therefore, KE is equal to dividend upon E. Correct? Dividend is 368 upon 36 lakh. Point 1022. That is 10.22%. So make sure you're checking your answers now. Then here, 344. So make sure institute is giving medal to you now for your first answers. No? Sad. So make sure check your answers. Zero point 1042. That is 10.42. $320 divided by 30 lakh. 0.10666 now. So let's make it 1067. That is 10.67%. Yes, people. Dhanushram, Ray, people, when did you? Day you round off, no? Make sure that you do a correct rounding off, guys. See, till date, I have always said it sarcastically that I'm going to take one extra lecture for rounding off. It was always sarcastic. You took it seriously or what? That can happen only after your exam. Huh? One day just to do all this. That day we will just do wrong things like only error calculating, applying wrong formula, right? So make sure always answering first, making sure that the answers go wrong, right? Strictly, no correct answers, okay? But not before exam, huh? Please. Yeah. So guys, I think this line should prove my point to you. NOI approach. We are following which approach? NOI approach. Is the NOI approach you see for you see getting followed or not getting followed? Is it getting followed? What happens in NOI? Gradually KE goes on increasing. Is it happening? Yes, it is happening. Okay. Just an extra point, I guess. So, not asking the question, just as per NOI, KE increases with every increase in debt only to compensate benefits of cheaper debt. Thus we see K gradually increasing. Right? You can see this happening over here. K gradually increase. This is just for our understanding. Means whenever you refer to this solution, no guys, in future, whenever you refer to this solution, you'll be like, ah, yeah, we had discussed on these lines, and the same thing is happening in this question also. Okay, good to go with the next one. Go to question number 20, 21. Go to question number 21. Everyone. I've been keeping this on the screen for a long time, like everybody writing, taking screenshot, whatever. So like I say this, I say that, but this is there on the screen. So I hope you are done taking your screenshots and everything. Huh? I think you must have written this along with me, so there was no need to take a screenshot. And if you've already planned like that, that whole thing will write together, no problem. Take the screenshot, but please. Let's come to next question. Question number 21. Okay. What is the uniqueness of this question? I'll tell you that first. Here it was clearly written what? NI approach. Followed the formula. Here was written NOI approach. Followed the formula. Anyways, what today is a capital structure theory day. Huh? So if I ask you KE, you know what you will say today? Today the answer is dividend upon E. Till yesterday, KE was D1 upon P0 plus G. But today it is dividend upon E. Approach change. Sir, what do we do in the exam? Check the question. If the question is of capital structure theory, follow dividend upon E. Else D1 upon P0 plus G. Dividend upon E is not something different. G gets cancelled, G becomes 0, and D1 is dividend, and P0 is nothing but E. But you feel like, oh, formula has changed. So which one to follow, sir? We have no such questions in our mind. Today you taught capital structure theory, no? So we will blindfolded, we will follow those formula. But think from the exam point of view. Exam point of view, these two questions, question number 19 and 20 are pretty clear sort of. Use NI approach, use NOI approach. So those who have studied and gone to the exam, they will know that this is the terminology is related to capital structure theories. In case you study and go to the exam, you go to the exam is fine, but you study and go to the exam, then you would be aware, okay, these two terminologies are related to capital structure theory formula. So as taught us, EBIT minus interest is dividend, K is dividend upon E, KD is I upon D, right? KO is equal to EBIT upon V. And if taxes are there, just multiply it by 1 minus D. I revise the formulae, Dumbos. Now, what is the speciality over here? Abhishek Limited with EBIT of 3 lakh is evaluating a number of possible capital structures. Oh, at least the word is there, capital structure. EBIT constant. Okay. Which capital structure would you recommend? Oh, ignore it, tax. I'm getting the reasons. See, constant EBIT, various capital structures, ignore it, tax, and I have only KD and K. What it means, that is, No preference. No preference capital. You know what, guys? This all is hinting me. Therefore, it's a hint to use what? Capital structure theory formula. Understood? See, this time the question is not very clear. We need to derive from all this. Did you understand what qualitative discussion I do with you people? Or you just take it as a time of drawing the lines? Okay, friends, let's continue then. So how many options? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 capital structures. Guys, Acha, what do you feel? Are I feel great. Thank you, Rishabh. KD is always constant, right? KD is always constant. Okay. Yeah, listen. Which capital structure would you recommend? Guys, as simple as that. We'll recommend a capital structure with lowest KO. Okay, so I'm just giving you the flow of the question. We need to find KO. Okay, to find KO, we need to say EBIT upon V. EBIT we know. V we want to find out. V is what? Debt plus equity. Debt we know. What we want to find? Equity. Okay, equity is what? Equity can be dividend upon K. So K we know. Dividend we have to find. How? EBIT minus interest. I think I've given you a flow chart what things to do first. First, you have to start here, reach dividend, dividend upon K, reach E, E add D, reach V, EBIT upon V, reach K. I've given you the steps, flow chart sort of thing. Okay, this is what you have to do. Should I? Shall I start? You're writing this, what I've written on the left side. It just makes you think, okay, we have to follow this particular format, right? If you're writing, I'll just wait for a minute. Huh? Guys, we are otherwise extending the lecture. Done? Written that flow chart. So we'll start. Huh? Okay. So let's go ahead. Solution to classwork question number 21. How many options? 5. So accordingly, we have to draw the lines. Let's start, people. Let's start. One, Okay. EBIT will remain as the same, no, in all the options. 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh. Less what? Interest. Interest at the rate of dash percent, I'll write dash percent, because everywhere it is changing right now. Like in the first one, it's going to be 10% of 3 lakhs. So 30,000. In the next one, it's going to be 10% of 4 lakhs. So 40,000. And the next one is going to be 11% of 5 lakhs. So 55,000. And the next one is going to be 12% of 60 bars. 72,000. And next is going to be 14% of 7 lakhs. So it's 84,000. So EBIT minus interest, dividend 270, 260, 245, 228, and 216. Okay, fine. Now, as we discussed, we know dividend and we know KE. So we can find value of E. E is what? Dividend upon KE. So 270 upon KE over here is 12%. So 0.12. 270 divided by 0.12. 22,50,000. Okay. Next one, 260 divided by 12.5. So 0.125. 2080. 45 divided by 13. Please put the message in the box, please, in case you have any concern. Interest should be 98. Oh, wait a minute. Achha, achha. Okay, okay. Let me check. Oral calculations sometimes go wrong. 98. Sorry. So this would be 202, correct? Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead. So 245 upon 0.135. 13.5, no? 18 lakh 14,815. 18 lakh 14,815. K over here is 15%, so 0.15. $15 lakh 20,000. 202 divided by 18%, so 0.18. Yeah, 11 lakh 22,000. 222. We got right, guys. Now what to do? Add D to arrive at V, correct? That's what we discussed in our flowchart. We'll add the values of debt to arrive at value of the firm V. Okay, debt amounts 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 7 lakh. So is something 25, 50, 24, 80, 23, 14, 815, so 21, 20. Okay, we got the value of the firm, right? What do you have to find? You tell me. Last step, you have to find KO. So KO is what? KO is EBIT upon V, right? We know that EBIT in any case is going to be how much? 3 lakh. So 3 lakh divided by 2550. 0.1176. That is 11.76%. 3 lakh divided by 2480. 0.12096, huh, guys? 0.12096, so 0.1210. That is 12.1%. Then 3 lakh divided by 23, 14, 815. 23, 14, 815. 0.12959. So let's make it 0.1296. 12.96%. Okay. Now, then 3 lakh divided by 2120. 3 lakh divided by 2120. 0.14150. So 0.1415. That is 14.15%. 3 lakh divided by 1822. 0.1646. That is 16.46%. Done, guys. What say? What is happening over here? KO is gradually increasing. Now we've been asked to select a plan. I think we should select this plan. Right? Why? Lowest now. Lowest now. Common. Right. Abhishek Limited. Yeah, right. Conclusion. Abhishek Limited should select plan 1. Since what? KO is minimum. That's the only reason. Otherwise, no favor for plan 1. Then people. Yeah, it's like in case you have to take screenshot from this also, the questions. I'm putting it on the screen. Yeah, we are done for the day. I'm not going to add any more concepts. Right? I have to first explain you now Modigliani and Miller. Okay, so that way we are done for the day, because unless we now discuss about Modigliani and Miller, we cannot start with the next concept, and I don't want to bombard you anything about Modigliani and Miller now. Okay, capital structure theories are properly understood now. So I want you to remain happy with that. Modigliani Miller, okay, I met Modigliani. You see me in the next lecture, okay? Not today. If you're done, then we are scrolling to the next page. If you have no requirement of any screenshot, if you have nothing to ask, but listen, hello, guys, before we wind up, okay, understand that the whole of the Modigliani Miller will happen in the next lecture, okay? So please don't miss on that. Okay, be present from the beginning. Okay, earlier part, if you still need a screenshot, I'm putting these things again because somebody had put that, sir, I have to take some screenshots, but then I told that I will put it at the end. Okay. Yes, Kunal. Thank you. Yes, yes. Those who are leaving can obviously leave. Okay. The whole thing. Sidebar, yeah. Everything is there. I'm going to repeat everything. Everything. I'm going to repeat everything. Yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye. Done with the screenshot now. So I'm scrolling to the next page. Somesh, you're there now. Somesh, don't go. You have a doubt, right? Then that suffices your requirement for screenshot, I suppose. Yeah.